All right, Eric, thank you so much for joining us. But before we start, I just need to give you a small disclaimer. Are you okay with this entire conversation being recorded and uploaded to YouTube?
Yes.
Outstanding. Eric, how are you doing this evening, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you, Raj.
Awesome, awesome. What has your last 1 week been like after you signed up for some social media services with my company?
So after signing up, we've already received three referral sources,
Beautiful.
two being mortgage leads and one commercial lead. And all three sources are doing business with the insurance agency.
That's outstanding. This is really great, Eric. So can you please go ahead and introduce yourself to my audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Eric Arthur. I'm an insurance agent out of Cameron Park, California. And I've been in the insurance business for about 6 months now. And since working with Raj and being part of his network, I've noticed that we've seen a huge increase in the amount of social media attention, not only towards Facebook, but also just in general for customers who are already on Facebook and are already friends, reaching out to me and sending referrals. So, for example, one customer that was already an existing customer, she reached out today and referred over her sister and also her friend's sister as well. So two more accounts just today from social media.
So
People
she
like
saw some posts on Facebook. Is that what happened?
exactly. She saw, that my insurance page is gaining a lot of traction. That a lot
Right.
of people are starting to go towards the insurance page, and so a lot of people are starting to notice that. So it's making business a lot easier.
That's awesome, Eric. I'm happy to hear that. And just to let you know, this is just the start. I mean, the promotion really just started 2 days ago. So, this is going to be awesome. I'm really, really optimistic about, this particular deal because I see a lot of deals happening in the very near future.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the nice thing too, Raj, is by going into businesses and saying we're part of your network, people automatically like that. They know you. They want to do business with us. They want to have us in the network. They want to be able to send us deals. So we're automatically friends with them because we are, local business owners, and they have a friendly face to, and we could talk about you. We could talk about how we met you, and it's a great deal because we add that much more value. I know the first time I met you was when I was looking at your website and your Facebook page. I knew that you had a lot of value added, and I know you're friends with a lot of people here in Sacramento, and that's the same thing now when I go into businesses. They know that I have a lot of value added because I'm part of your network. So that
Beautiful.
already is starting to gain traction by going out into people's businesses.
That's awesome. This is all great, but the thing that we should all keep in mind is, see, Facebook is still a child compared to, direct marketing and radio and TV, which have been around for like a long time. Facebook has been around only since 2004, and all the features that you see have really been added only since 2008 or 2009. So we have a long road ahead of us. So this is all great. I really enjoy hearing that you have a lot of deals, but realistically, our goal is actually get to a point where we are closing like 4 or 5 deals a day. Okay, that
Exactly.
should be our goal. So we should never ever take our eyes off of the ball.
Right.
You need to keep the fire, still burning, to say,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. So today I closed the four deals, so I hit my quota today.
Beautiful, Eric. I'm proud of you. What kind of policies did you sell today?
So there were two flood and two homeowner policies. So one was obviously from a mortgage referral, and the gentleman sees what we're doing online. He likes that we're out there in the community. He sees that we're really really working with different areas in the community and making sure that we're out there. And he liked our business, so he sent us a deal, both a homeowners and a flood. The other one, the customer called up and he was already an existing customer, saw, that we're on Facebook, that we're doing a lot out in the community, and people are starting to notice that not only do they like me and they like my small business ownership, but also that we're part of the social media. They can keep track and they can see where we're at, and it makes it a lot easier.
Beautiful, beautiful. See, one suggestion I have for you, Eric, is
Yeah.
every time somebody sends you a deal,
Hmm.
whether it's a realtor or a mortgage broker or whatever, whoever it may be, who is sending you a deal,
Uh-huh.
do you have the camera that I asked you to buy? Did you get the camera
Yeah.
yet with Sony?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Take that camera with you, take this person out for lunch or dinner or, whatever works best for both of you.
Okay.
And then take pictures with this person and upload that on your fan page where you say, thank you, Mr. So-and-so, for sending me all these deals.
Okay.
See, because when people send us a deal, we got to reciprocate, and at the bare minimum, at least we can send some traffic in that direction,
Hmm. Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Because we want to keep the relationship warm to the extent that's possible,
Right.
right? So
Exactly.
every time somebody sends you a deal, I'm sure you're thanking them, but just go one step further, just take them out for lunch or dinner just to show your appreciation,
Right.
and also take pictures with that particular camera with their permission, of course. Always you need to ask them and make sure that they're okay with these pictures being taken,
Right.
because sometimes there are RESPA laws and bunch of things going on, so you always want to make sure you're not breaking any laws.
Okay.
Okay, but then you come back and then you can also let them know, hey, the reason why we are taking these pictures is so I can upload it to my business page. And right now, Eric, just to give you a feel, in 2 days, I mean, I've really just started working on your fan page, man, and the traffic is already up to like 250 people a week. Okay, we went from 0 to 250 in 2 days, Eric. And what this really means is, realistically, as we are working, you'll see the traffic on your page shoot up significantly. My intention is to take it to 2,000 or 3,000 a week or even
Okay.
more, because sky is literally the limit when it comes to Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, because right now we are really targeting Sacramento and Folsom and El Dorado Hills, kind of these neighborhoods. But once we are up and running, once you already connect with a lot of business owners and realtors from these areas,
Right.
we can even start focusing on Yuba City and maybe possibly even the Bay Area, because technically with farmers you can write a policy anywhere in California. Is that a true statement?
Exactly.
Right,
Yep.
that's true,
Absolutely.
right? So,
Absolutely.
your boundaries are really the state of California. So we are not really limited to Sacramento,
Right.
right? So this is really the beginning. We just start. We have to start with the home ground first. See, you have to establish yourself right here in Folsom, El Dorado Hills, and Sacramento, possibly. And
Hmm.
then once, I mean, I don't really expect you to run into saturation anytime soon, because once you reach a point where you feel that, okay, you've met all the realtors and whoever are your potential prospects, you can always expand your area to possibly Stockton or San Jose or even Yuba City. So, you know, and eventually maybe even LA. I mean, I'm thinking long
Yeah.
term, because see, the minute you start branching out, there may be some driving and all those things needed.
Right.
So I won't go into LA right now today. However, we will slowly start. I mean, maybe even we can go up to San Francisco, because the good news on San Francisco is, because the property values are high, your
Absolutely.
policies are going to be significantly bigger as well. So that's the kind of opportunity we are talking about, my friend.
So how do we target those areas, Raj? What's the best way to market to those areas so that way when we go out there, we've got a number of commercial and residential lenders to hit?
Okay, the way you do that is, you start focusing on content. And right now, the way we've been doing it, we've been going to all these YPNs and all these places and, connecting with a bunch of people. And then the
Hmm.
next thing you need to start thinking about is start making videos where you talk about what does it take to have a homeowner's policy, like things to look out for when you're buying a homeowner's policy. Like
Okay.
you got to create this content which is educational in nature, so let's say somebody is in the market trying to buy a home insurance policy.
Right.
Now if you have a video which talks about things to look out for when you go out and shop around for a homeowner's policy, see that, and if you're really giving out genuine content, not necessarily with the intention of selling to them right now, you're really establishing your expertise,
Right.
right? And just to give you a feel, just this morning I was talking to a client who had a life insurance policy,
Hmm.
right? I mean, I don't know a whole lot about auto insurance or home insurance, so I'm really drawing a parallel with life insurance because the way I opened this deal up is, this particular guy, just to give you a feel, he's probably worth at least $20 million.
Wow.
And the life insurance policy he had was only for 500,000.
Oh no. Yeah, he's way underinsured.
That's exactly right. But the way I presented to him was, see, eventually somebody is going to be stuck with a tax bill for at least 10 million.
Hmm.
10
Yep.
million is the 10 million is the best case scenario, because you know what? This guy is very young right now. He's like in his 30s. So
Okay.
let's say he lives up to 75 or 80, whatever the life expectancy of a man is right now. See,
Right.
his assets are likely to double or triple during that lifetime,
Hmm. For
right?
sure.
And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. See, that 55% on the estate taxes,
Yeah.
that's only the number right now. Congress can always increase it next year if they want to,
Exactly.
right? They can increase it to 95%. They can increase it to 100%. Nobody can stop them,
Hmm.
right? So what happens to this guy's tax bill?
Just goes through the roof.
That's exactly right. So just to give you a feel, after a 5-minute conversation, this guy is going to go back and come back with a bunch of paperwork, but there's a good chance I may end up writing at least a $5 million policy on him at the bare minimum,
Right.
right? And the reason why he's doing it is not because, anything great. It's really, in a 5-minute conversation, I was able to get his attention,
Right.
right?
Exactly. Did you find him on Facebook or?
Oh yeah, yeah. Almost 99% of my new business all comes from Facebook. It's just
Okay.
amazing,
Yep. Absolutely. That's
right? So, same thing with auto policies and home policies. At the end of the day, the reason why people are going to buy from you is, of course, they have to like you and they have to trust you. Those two factors need to exist.
right.
But you also need to establish your credibility, and the way you do that is by sharing your knowledge,
Yeah. Absolutely.
right? So what I would start doing if I were you is, slowly. I mean, you don't need to do it tonight, but slowly start thinking about doing something like this at least once a week. That's what I would do if I were you.
And just post it to Facebook or YouTube.
Here's the thing. I would actually upload it straight to Facebook if possible. See,
Okay.
uh, those technical details, don't worry about it right now, because I'm going to work with you. I'm going to show you how to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Good deal.
You just need to worry about the scripting. You just need to worry about, if you're making a video on home insurance policies, what are you going to be talking about?
Right. What are the key points?
Exactly. You need to hit the key points, and only you would know, see, because you're the one who's working in that particular field.
Right. We see it every day.
That's exactly right. If I was doing a video on life insurance policies, that's like some of the things I would talk about is, Do you know that if you were to meet an untimely end, your family is going to be hit with the estate tax, right?
Right.
Which is
Yeah.
currently at 55% on with an exemption of 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have assets, I mean, not only is there loss of income, there's also this potential tax bill, especially if you're passing on the wealth from, one generation to the other.
Right.
Right, so stuff of this nature, you want to keep it short, but at the same time you want to be talking about things that make people think, and they got to get the impression that you know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, and that brings up a good point. So next week, you know that Damien and I are in Los Angeles, right?
Well, you're both going to Farmers University.
Mm-hmm. Is there a
How long are you
possibility,
guys going to be gone?
just for a week, Sunday
1 week.
through Saturday? I was
Beautiful.
going to see, do you recommend us hitting some events while we're down there in Los Angeles to build up some traction down there too and get some
Absolutely, if you
connections?
have the time.
Okay.
What I would do if I were you is, I would also connect with all the other farmers agents who attend. How many people are supposed to attend this particular event, training
I
event?
think I think about 1,000.
Oh,
I think right
beautiful.
around 1,000. Yeah.
That's that's,
So,
that's fantastic. Eric, what I would do if I were you is connect with as many farmers agents as possible,
okay.
right? Because you're going to be in the same room with all these guys. So at least the ones that you have a good rapport with.
Mm-hmm.
Start with them first, definitely take a lot of pictures. You want to take a lot of pictures when you're having lunch, or when you're just hanging out during break, or whatever, whatever the uh, whatever the situation may be,
Okay.
so long as they are okay with it. And that's why you want to connect with them, because then you can tag them in these pictures,
Okay. And then just
right? So
keep building
that's
that
again going to
networking.
give you some traction. And then in the evenings, if you guys have some time after you're done with the training,
Mm-hmm.
when you go for lunch or dinner, if you go outside to some fancy restaurant, again, take pictures. See if you
Okay.
can connect with the business owners,
Okay.
right? If you go to a restaurant, see if you can connect with the business owner. And normally, the way I do it is I ask for the owner, see the waiter or waitress, I just ask them, hey, can you please connect me with the owner of this business so I can put in a good word for you?
Okay.
Again, it's the same strategy, Eric. When you're asking somebody for a favor, you always want to give them something that's of interest to them,
Right.
right? And
Exactly.
the way you do that at a restaurant is you just tell the waiter or waitress that when I go back, I'll write a Yelp review and I'll actually mention you by name. So you always get the waiter's name.
Okay.
So you can go back and say, hey, I was eating at this restaurant and this person provided me excellent service. You can write them a Yelp review,
Okay.
and they just love it, because that makes them look good in front of their boss.
Right.
And now you
Absolutely.
ask them, would you please connect me with your manager or the owner of this restaurant?
Okay.
9 out of 10 times they will, because so long as they trust you, they're going to do it.
Right.
And from your side, you're not going to sell them anything. You're not going to give them a prospectus. I don't recommend that at all. Don't even take the prospectus with you when you're going into these lunch or dinners.
Okay.
What you are going to be telling the business owner is, hey, we are taking a bunch of pictures and we are going to be writing you a good review on Yelp and Facebook and all these other places,
Okay.
all these other social media platforms. So would it be okay to connect with you on Facebook? Do you have a business card with an email address on it?
Right.
You,
Absolutely.
you just want to get their permission, and then you tell them the reason why you want to connect with them is so you can tag them in these pictures.
Right.
And again, again use the number 10,000, man. You want to tell them, hey, whenever I post something like this, 10,000 people in my network are going to see it,
Yep. Exactly.
right? So again, 9 out of 10 times, this is all free promotion for them. So there's no reason for them to be hostile.
Exactly. It gives them free advertising, right?
Beautiful. So you just connect with all these guys, man. Once you once you connect with all these guys, once they see all your activity, how active you are in the community, lot of these people, they're going to contact you maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, depending on the time frame, they're going to be contacting you, asking you for liability insurance, or because restaurants need all those policies, right? Commercial
Exactly.
policies.
Yeah, at least 5 or 6. Yeah.
Beautiful. So it's all going to happen. All that you have to do is just be connecting with these people. And then when you come back, do not forget to write them a Yelp review. Just like you promised them, you always have to deliver.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So that's the way you do it. And, that's something that you can do at every restaurant. You go to any mom and pop restaurant, you should be able to do it. The only place where it kind of gets a little tricky is if you go to a chain.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to like IHOP or Denny's, see, you may not be able to. Even there, you can actually do it because that might be a private franchise because each one of them has their own owners.
Yep. Exactly.
Right?
Because they buy one or two, and then they kind of run those two, and that's it.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
This
Subway's the
example,
same
I'm
thing.
really sorry.
Oh, Subway's the same thing.
Absolutely, you can do this anywhere. You can do this at any small business location, and
Mhm.
it doesn't even need to be a restaurant. You could be at like a hair salon. You can still connect with the business owner,
Exactly.
right? Yes, sir. Do you have any questions at this point?
No, no, I'm ready. Yeah, I think it's going to be good, man. And then I've got those dates, so I'll be when I get back, then we'll go out and we'll talk to businesses, and we'll
Sure.
start connecting them on your end as well, and start talking to them about getting signed up through you.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you are actually leaving this Sunday, is it? When are you leaving?
Yeah, this Sunday we're heading down there.
Wow,
So
wow, beautiful,
yeah,
man,
so we're
beautiful. And you
thinking,
guys are coming back next week.
hmm and then we'll be back in time to set up at the Guadara and get the table set up and everything. So
Yes, yes, yes. That is the week after that, right? Let me take a quick look. That was like the 26th. That is when the Gurdwara has the event. Isn't that right?
okay, okay, so
Yeah,
we've got a couple weeks then.
yeah. That's actually 10 days after you guys come back because it sounds like you guys are leaving on the 12th and coming back around the 18th or 19th.
Hmm.
This is perfect. You have like one full week after that. Yeah, this is all great, man. And then
Nice.
the other thing I strongly recommend, Eric, is that when you guys come back, start getting active with this SAR events like every Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And you and Damien, you can break up and, like one person can go to Folsom and one person can go to Sacramento or one of the other places.
Exactly.
And then they also have these Yedcar bus tours and bunch of bus tours. There's one in Natomas and, we can get all those details.
Okay.
And I think at least the Natomas bus tour that I went on was like Friday morning or something like that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so let's get the details and all that. And you guys are doing great. You just need to start connecting with even more people,
Exactly. Well, and
right?
so for like Jason today, I mean, so not only is he sending us deals, but he's also inviting us out for a sales meeting too. So next week we're going back out and we're talking to all of his reps too. So I mean, I mean, there's just a ton of business out there, you
That's
know.
exactly what I'm saying. We are not just talking one or two deals, because if these guys like you, they're going to be using you at every mortgage that they do. That's a major bank, man,
Yeah.
right? And this particular guy, from what I understand, he's like the division head of like 10 or 15 different banks,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
So if he likes you, so long as he enjoys working with you guys, he's gonna ask all of his people to send you the deals,
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
So Eric, that's what I'm really telling you. We are not talking one or two deals a week. We are talking 3 or 4 deals a day.
Yeah. Minimum.
At the bare minimum, on a bad day, we should be closing 3 or 4 deals.
Exactly.
But on a good day, we got to be closing a lot more. So I'm super excited, Eric. This is all really great. We just need to keep up the momentum, man.
Exactly. Yep. And we can do this too while we're down in LA. So what we're going to do is, go to our classes in the morning. In the evenings, we could check in with you and just say,
Sure.
hey, do you recommend, do you know of anything going down in LA where we can get out and maybe connect with like a real estate person, because they're going to have a lot more households down there. They're going to be doing even more business.
Right.
So, I mean, that's going to help us out too. That's going to build our network even more. So that way, because I've got some connections in the Bay Area, I'll have to introduce
Outstanding.
you to a couple of them. So I've got two connections out in the Bay Area already, and
Right.
then I've got some down in Modesto in LA, but I haven't met them face to face. So I think
Outstanding. See, the way we do all these things is, I think we should connect with like 10 or 20 realtors in San Francisco on Facebook first.
okay,
And then one day we can actually head to San Francisco. We can spend an entire day there, just go from guy to guy, finish as many as possible and then come back.
okay,
So you're not just going all the way to San Francisco for one guy, even though one guy is great. I mean, if we can collectively hit like 10 or 15 people,
yeah, that's where it's at. Go down there, grab some breakfast, talk to a few, grab some lunch, talk to a few, grab some dinner, and then head back.
that's awesome.
Absolutely,
Yes, so that's all
absolutely.
going to happen. That's the goal that we are working towards.
Absolutely. And like with Jason, I was with a customer, before I called you, and
Mhm.
so she's in a variable rate mortgage, right? So her rate's going to go up, right?
Right,
So I said, I work with Jason. He's actually a great guy. So I'm going to send your information over to Jason so that
beautiful.
way he can fix that rate. So
Right,
after meeting with Jason today, and he sent me a referral, now all of a sudden he's got a referral from me, and we just,
beautiful.
yeah. So I'm just going to keep that going. And what I was thinking about, Raj, is maybe even throwing it out there on Facebook that, hey, I'm going to be in the LA area. I'm looking to connect. I mean, I don't know. What do you recommend for phrasing that one?
We can do something like that. We can do a small video with you talking about what exactly you bring to the table.
Okay.
And then if you guys tell me what part of LA you're going to be in, like based on, because usually farmers will have its training at Hilton or one of these Hyatt or one of these big places, right?
Right.
If you give me that address, see, we can target market to the zip codes which are like not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Because this kind of content, you really want to target market to as as close as possible, because once you're there, you don't want to be driving for 2 hours to get to that place,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So this will act like your promotion. We can do a small video and then target market to to the areas that once you guys give me the zip code, something within a 30-mile radius, I can kind of target market both on Facebook as well as YouTube.
Okay.
So that will hopefully get you a bunch of connections. And once that happens, if you guys are leaving on Sunday, we should do this video tomorrow.
That's what I'm thinking. I was just gonna text Damien, but I think it might be too late. I'll get a hold of him in the morning and
Sure.
see where we're going, and then I've got some appointments in the morning, but in the afternoon I can definitely do it. That sounds great. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do something like that tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow evening.
Whatever the time that works for both of you guys, let me know. We'll
Okay.
make it happen tomorrow.
That sounds great. That sounds great.
Awesome. So this is all great, man. See, uh, I'm super excited for both you guys.
Yeah, I think if we're closing, roughly if we get to the 100 deals a month marker, I
Mhm.
think we'll see some growth, and we'll be able to hire some people and really put some people on behind us. And that way we can just continue to go out and make more connections.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, people to take care of the back office and customer service kind of stuff.
Exactly. And that gives us more
Awesome,
time to
man.
go
Yeah,
out.
you are you love being on the field. See, that's your expertise. So you should just keep swinging on the stuff that really excites you,
Hmm. Absolutely.
and let
Absolutely.
other people take care of the paperwork and that kind of the
Right.
not too exciting stuff.
Right? Exactly.
right?
Yep.
Because especially, in today's economy, there are a lot of people who love a job, who love, just to be sitting there, filling out all the paperwork, and when phone calls come in, to address the customer's issues and that kind of stuff.
Exactly. It makes sense. It makes
Yes,
sense.
sir.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Eric. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you? Would you mind giving out your phone number and your email address, please?
No, not at all. Absolutely. My name's Eric Arthur. My telephone number is 775-407-0479. And my email address is earthur, that's E and then ARTHUR, at farmersagent.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Eric. And how are the kids? Did the kids go to sleep?
Yeah, they passed out. They're good to go. They're ready for another day in school tomorrow.
Awesome. And your dog is a wonderful dog too. What kind of is the dog around or is the dog sleeping too?
The dog's sleeping too.
Wow, man, everybody's sleeping except you and me.
Right? Exactly. We're still
Right?
working. We got a
Yeah.
level. We
What
got
kind of breed is the dog?
It's a Maltipoo, so it's a breed between a Maltese and a poodle.
Oh, wow, wow. It's big, it's huge.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe in the next video, we'll use your kids because I saw the video clip of your daughter. She's just awesome, man.
Yeah, isn't she great? I know.
Right, right.
She's
Absolutely.
got a
She's
great
got a great
personality.
personality. Yeah, so
Yep.
we'll use these people, in all our future videos.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Absolutely.
Awesome. Did you have any more questions, Eric?
No, that's it, Raj. Thanks for taking the time. I know it's late. I know you're busy, but I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me.
My friend, this is the best time to talk to me.
Exactly.
The later it gets, the more fresh I am. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
Exactly.
much, Eric. And let me know what day and what time works for you guys tomorrow, and we'll do this video where we are going to be target marketing to people in the LA area.
Perfect. That sounds
Okay.
great, Raj. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. We'll talk tomorrow. Good night.
All right, good night.